Hello everybody, BrioS here, and in July we get a new map, and in the past few hours it's been confirmed it's called Ceres Battle Scrapyard. In fact, in the past few hours, Krazz, the map guy, and Frostbyte, the 3D modeler, they decided to release publicly some images and a video on Discord. More specifically, they released it in the Quadrant Feedback Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description below. You'll find me there also, but I don't really talk that much. So, yep, I decided that since not everybody has Discord, I decided that I'll share the images by Krazz. And this video, as you can see, is by Frostbyte. It's a simple walkthrough, but I think it's really nice of them. These devs are 2 thumbs ups kind of people. Great people, hardworking, and the fact that they're willing to create a quick preview video is great. So every bit is nice. So anyway, let's get down to the video. Once in a while, I'll pause the video to share my thoughts on this map. And let's get down to the video by Frostbyte. Dev account, pretty interesting. There it is. Ceres Metal Scrapyard. Straight away, you can see it's dark, it's nighttime, it's grey, and there's lots of fog in the air. So first impressions, before we even get the mech moving, multiple islands. Yep. Some of these slopes are pretty steep, so for assaults, these might be a bit hard to navigate. Also with the open sky, yeah, Lerms are gonna have a field day, flying over the small hills and hitting you. So Krazz in fact did mention in a separate Discord that with the previous maps like Vitric, basically giving the middle finger to Lerms, it's hard to Lerm on Vitric, to be really honest. He decided to make a map that Lerms would be pretty strong. Yes. Yep. Anyway, Scrapyard is designed to be strong for Lerms. I'm just worried that it might be too strong. But of course, till Scrapyard launches, we will never know. We'll see how it goes. In fact, I forgot to mention that I don't know the heat dissipation values or the temperature, so don't ask me. I do like the mist on the ground with the plants. Lots of ground clutter, but apparently it doesn't hinder movement. So pausing here, you can see Frostbyte remote connecting. So once in a while, if we see any lag issues, it's due to its remote connection rather than the map itself. So like I said, lots of small islands. The slopes are steep, so it might be quite hard for non-jump jet mechs to navigate. So especially if you're at assault, you're gonna have problems climbing. So if you're slow, chunky, without jump jets, you are stuck on these, I'll call them valleys. Yep. So that is a problem. If you look at each island, it's about 2 max high, I suppose, thereabouts. And it's gonna be strong for Pop Tarts. So imagine if you have no jump jets, you're exactly where this guy is. You gotta worry about Pop Tarts max from behind this island popping up. Pew pew. Popping up from here. Pew pew. Popping up from behind this terrain. Pew pew. Or behind here. Or even from far away there. So Pop Tarts, I think, will be strong. Yep. Visibility is a problem other than being dark. As you can see here, without jump jets, without taking the top, you don't know what's around the corner. So it'd be good for ambushing, I suppose. But without jump jets, I repeat, it's gonna be a hell running around looking for stuff. See? You have to worry about different angles. This guy jump jet, so it's not so bad. 25%. First problem, and I think the biggest problem, is that it's too dark. So as you can see, 110 meters away, there's a cataphract here, but you can hardly see it. So that is a problem. The mist doesn't help. If you're far away, it's still nicely silhouetted. So I guess the mist is going to be a problem for long-range sniping. But I guess this Atlas is this Awesome is probably about 700 meters away, so pretty visible if they're on top. Fuel at 0. And as I was saying, sorry, pause again. Dark colored mechs with ECM and stealth mechs, I think will be really strong here. Too dark. 0%. New target acquired. Yep. So all these ground clutter, the smaller ones, don't really stop you. I think these are assets that are reused from like maps like Canyon Network, at the junkyard in Canyon Network, Charlie 6, or under the Stargate in Tourmaline Desert. Long range will be strong. So look at this position here. You control, by placing a mech with long range weapons, you control this valley, and you can see the tops here.
New target acquired.
260 meters and you can't even see this mech at all. Imagine if it were stealth. Only now you know it's a Centurion. That's how dark it is. Probably the natural thing is to switch on night vision. But as you can see, night vision is not much better. If you look at the contrast, you still currently see the Centurion. Naturally, the next thing to consider will be heat vision. So as you can see, heat vision, let's rewind a bit. You can see there's a mech here. Barely visible. Heat vision will be a bit better. But at longer distances, you can't really see. I don't know the heat dissipation values, which affects thermal vision, by the way. So, yep. Thermal probably be the way to play. In fact, if you look at all these lines, I worry that if you have no jump jets, it's going to be a NASCAR map. Yep. We'll talk about that soon.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
So imagine you're walking here with no jump jets. Yep. It's going to be hard to see stuff. He's just showing his settings, Frostbyte. So with no jump jets, you have to keep walking, trudging along. And if you climb up here with low mounts, you're going to get shot by all the snipers. I showed you the angles earlier. Really strong if you control the tops, of course. This often leads to NASCAR, these kind of settings. Map settings, that is. Map layout, actually. So you see, he has problems climbing up this. He has to use jump jets.
At 25%.
But once you come up here, for example, you control this passageway, you control the top.
Acquired.
So imagine if you're a sniper, like I said, triple PPC Veagle, for example. And if you're pop-tarting, so many islands you can pop-tart from behind. And as I said earlier, the problem with this, if you're a slow chunky mech like an Assault, or I don't know, a Night Star or something, there's no escape from these valleys. You gotta keep running. If you see a mech around the corner, you chase it around the corner, because there's no other way. You get lurmed, shot by snipers, you try to find cover, you go around the corner. That leads to NASCAR. So NASCAR is probably going to be a problem in this map. Yep.
Fuel at 25%.
Not
Fuel
much
at
big cover.
0%.
There is some, which I'll show later. This is Frostbyte changing to a spider now. Easier to showcase the map. Yes, there it is. So some big pieces of terrain here. These will be valuable to hide yourself from lurms. Because as I mentioned before, lurms will be strong. It's designed to be strong on this map. So the best way to defend against lurms is not AMS, even though you might want to consider it on this map. Hard cover is the best way to stop lurms. So you're gonna find this, put yourself against it, so the lurms will hit. But on the other islands, the small ones, I think the lurms will arc over. So that's a problem in terms of getting lurmed. No cover. Minimal cover, to be fair.
25%.
So look, if you can pop that like this spider, maybe a Veagle with triple PPCs, look at this. You dominate the map.
Fuel at 0%. New target acquired.
Doesn't feather his fall with jump jets. That's how you break your legs. So this is I think this is a central area. Lots of terrain in the central area.
Fuel
Big
at
terrain.
0%.
Yet again, at 700 meters, you can't even see the mech. Yep. And of course, your mediums will never hit. But anyway. So gameplay wise, this map I think will be a concern for me. Aesthetically, I love the map, it's beautiful. So in terms of the darkness, you might have to crank up the gamma to see the dark, stealth, ECM kind of mix. Makes it a bit more obvious.
Acquired.
Yep, makes it a bit more obvious.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
See, about 800 meters, you can barely see it.
Right leg critical damage.
Yep, breaking his legs, Frostbite. So comparing it to without cranking up the gamma, can be a bit hard to see. Yep. Yet again, my concern is also NASCAR. So if you're running here, you get shot, you keep running.
5%. Fuel at 0%. Left leg critical damage.
Yep.
Right leg destroyed.
So that more or less brings it to the end of this video. Pretty nice sharing. as in by Frostbyte. Thank you, Frostbyte. It gives us a good idea. If you look at the size of the map, this is the top view. This one shows Canyon Network overlaid over it. So basically, it's around the size of Canyon Network. In fact, a bit bigger at the edges. Canyon Network being a diamond, more or less. This is being a rectangle, so a bit more. Not that anybody uses it, to be really honest. A bit bigger. Yet again, concern of NASCAR. As you can see, there are two consecutive circles here, pathways, one big one, or more likely the smaller one in the middle. Kind of two or three. People just run around, see? Like here. All this. So there's going to be a problem because of the design of the map. So yeah, let me just show you a few more shots. This one shows the problem viewing. This is by Sir Epic Porner, by the way. He took this screenshot from the video. At about 700 meters, you can't see shit. You can't even see if there's a mech. Is there a mech there? I can't see. So yep. Some shots by Crackstacks. These you can push down. These don't stop terrain, so that's nice. I was actually worried the clutter on the ground would stop you. Nothing is more irritating than your 100-ton mech being stopped by a pebble on the ground. These are higher resolution than the video, by the way. Yet again, multiple spore islands. Pop tutting mechs. Gonna be a real pain in the ass. Also the central area. Some big chunks of terrain. Yet again, my concern are the very steep slopes of some of the hills. Some are not so steep, some are steep. So navigating with non-jump capable big chunky boys like Maulers is going to be a problem. In fact, I think one of the control points, Conquest Theater maybe, I can't remember. Crackstacks did mention that it's going to be a rectangular capture point. I don't know whether he really did it. We'll see when it comes out. If it is, it'll be the first rectangular capture point. Yep, all the valleys, clutter on the ground. This is a Jenna, by the way. I do love the aesthetics. Don't get me wrong. I love the aesthetics. Beautiful, beautiful design. Yep. Clutter on the ground. These are reused assets from Canyon Network, the junkyard at Charlie 6. All these you could probably shoot through the gaps, but they stop movement. These are similar to the ones at Canyon Network, no, Tourmaline Desert. Yep. So that's it for this sharing. Yep. My concerns, just to summarize about this map. In fact, let's show you this nice, wonderful screen. Yep. So to summarize, Ceres Battle Scrapyard, aesthetically really beautiful. I do like the Scrapyard design, although a bit of color will be nice. Nighttime, so it'll be pretty interesting. I have three main concerns. The biggest concern is actually that it's really dark and low contrast with fog. So dark colored mechs with ECM especially or stealth is going to be a problem. Secondly, with no vertical cover, minimal vertical cover and minimal hard cover, lerms are going to be oppressively strong. So we'll see how that comes out when it's live. Maybe there'll be a version 2, I don't know. And thirdly, with the hills, some of them being steep, some not being steep, nobody can memorize everything. And with the design of the map, I think NASCAR is going to be quite a bit of a problem as slow boys try to chase mechs and they go around the corner. They see another mech, they chase the corner, they get shot, they go around the corner again, and hence a circular NASCAR. Counterclockwise, of course. So anyway, we'll see how it goes upon launch. Kind of concerned in terms of gameplay, but I repeat for the third time, I think third time I'm saying this, we will only know when the game gets this map in the live service. So anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the sharing. Till next time, guys. See you around and think positively. Positively means this map is a new map, so new content is always better. So adios, take care, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Bye.